Yeah!
Yes, so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Which one is all this noise you're making now?
TGIF!
Okay. That's structure.
Clubwood!
Club Wake Up Nigeria.
That's it.
Is the best way to put a cap on your week. The weekend starter edition of Wake Up Nigeria is definitely geared to make you have that fun start to your week.
Fun times indeed we have in store for you, each and every one of you out there. Thank you for making this show a part of your life this morning. You're welcome, and this is a wonderful start to your weekend.
Where that spark, that gang, that that,
like that. Exactly.
So that sound can we make? We are what you've been waiting for, to make sure that that's holding back that you've been doing throughout the week, you can finally let it go.
Of course, it's Friday, and there's something connected to, but it's Friday, and first of all, it is
game day. What?
There's no
we
connected
should have recorded this by now. Just press something and just play it.
Okay, yeah, but hey, come on, somebody who's really geared up for today. Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Hi.
Danny, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. What's up? What's happening?
I'm good. I'm
What's
great.
What's the plan for today?
It is Friday. Fun all the way. You know how we do it. From the games to the movies. I'm super excited for today's show. But then again, ultimately, I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yes, so.
Yeah.
I personally am not really looking forward to this weekend. I'll tell you why later on. But hey, come on, let's get up on the show. There's quite a lot we have
something to do with football, right?
No, not really. Not really.
All right. Well, we have loads of great, interesting discussions dialed in for you, and you just have to stay right there to find out. Just make sure you stick around.
Okay, fun, entertainment. That's all we have on the show. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And Titi Lyle only. So make sure you stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website, or on Facebook at TVC Connect. And take note, you can also catch us on GOTV channel 27 and UHF channel 14 now.
And of course, you can download the app to enjoy us across social media. Now let's get up to what we have this morning. Yep, we will kick off with movies.
Yes.
Hey, Daddy, this is your look today. What inspires the look?
Ashy.
You need to explain.
I like that.
The entire public.
I like that. No, don't have to explain.
You guys know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
You know, he gives you the vibes of the flow, and when I just see the outfits, I'm just like...
It's okay.
Friday. It's Friday work.
Speechless.
Yeah, so you want to mention something about Beyonce's album, yeah?
Yes, her Renaissance 7th studio album has been released. Now, Beyonce is one of those artists that has become like a benchmark for almost every other female artist. And I say almost because it's just a very small percentage that haven't tried to cover a Beyonce track or try to at least maybe sing in the shower to a Beyonce track.
Just before you go on to talk about her, she was recently voted as the greatest living performer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think
yes, of course, I agree, yes.
Have you seen some of her training, her rehearsal sessions before?
No, it's crazy.
She rehearses in sky-high heels. She can hold her breath for almost 2 minutes on a note. Almost 2 minutes. She's done the kind of grooming to her craft that I don't think anybody else can say they've really done. Maybe you have like a Celine Dion who have that depth.
Yeah.
Maybe in terms of discipline, maybe Celine Dion.
Yeah, Celine Dion, of course,
Yeah.
great. But then again, she adds the whole dance performance to it, the energy. I literally watched one of the documentaries, but it happens to be on Netflix, when she was transitioning from having her twins back into working out. And then you could see, Homecoming, and you could see her, there was a time she actually even broke down, and she was like really not worried, but like talking about how much her body has changed and all of that stuff. However, she had to keep on going, and I mean, she's a strong performer, a strong vocalist, and a strong human being.
We're definitely going to be looking out for that one.
Yeah.
It's one of those international albums that everybody should look out for.
Definitely. And then one more thing, for those of you Gen Z, yes, we know Beyonce is great. But if we hear you open your mouth and talk about MJ anyhow, I will turn you on your bum and flog you. What's wrong with you?
MJ, for you Gen Z guys, is Michael Jackson. That's who we're talking about. Do you know him? You know?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking.
They don't know.
Anyhow, we have loads to talk about. We'll be getting to that after the weather.
Yeah.
Hello, and it's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oniso. Thanks for joining us. We begin in Ondo State, where Governor Rotimi Akeredolu says Wednesday's shooting at the yard of the Cranberg Construction Company in Owo was aimed at destroying some of their equipment and not to maim or kill anyone. Governor Akeredolu, who visited the construction site of the company of heads of security agency in the company of heads of security agencies in the state, urged the people not to panic. Ayodeji Moradeo reports.
Normalcy has returned to the ancient town of Owo in Ondo State after the attack on Cranberg Construction Company. The attack left 2 persons injured as residents continue to visit the scene to assess the extent of damage.
The people here are coming to witness, to see for themselves what actually happened.
Can't continue with this. And this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. We must put an end to this. So we have to call on everybody. We have to come together to work together to put an end.
And they throw dynamite in the other one of our pedal loader, this thing, they spoiled the tire. So people were running scatter and scatter. So I run inside the toilet. Later we were shouting, shout, help, help outside.
The state governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, also visited the scene of the attack to see things for himself. Governor Akeredolu allayed the people's fear, saying the attack was not an attempt to kidnap. The governor assured the people of provision of adequate security across the state.
Clearly, what happened there yesterday night was not an attempt to kidnap anybody, because they went away with nobody. And we have in these premises over 100 people live there. Yes, there was sporadic gunshot to the wall, but they never went inside to kill anybody. It's better for everybody to know.
The state police command has also reacted to the attack with an assurance that the attackers will be brought to justice.
Command as a whole, we are calling for calm, that investigation has started concerning this issue, and we will get back to the public with our findings. We want to also urge our people to please, this is not the time for us to start peddling fake news. Please let us be calm. We will get back to you.
The 2 injured victims are responding to treatment at the Federal Medical Center, FMC Owo. The assurances from the police and the state government will go a long way in putting the minds of residents at rest. Ayodeji Moradeo, TVC News, Owo.
Outside Nigeria, after months of internal debate, the Biden administration has offered to exchange Victor Bout, a convicted Russian arms trafficker serving a 25-year U.S. prison sentence, as part of a potential deal to secure the release of 2 Americans held by Russia, Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan. Now, sources told journalists that the plan to trade Mr. Bout for Mr. Whelan and Ms. Griner received the backing of the president after being under discussion since earlier this year. President Biden's support for the swap overrides opposition from the Department of Justice, which is generally against prisoner trades. And that's all we have time for on this particular news update. At this point, it's time for fitness.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for the headlines. I'll be starting today with The Nation. And for the major headlines here, we have impeachment. APC moves to stop PDP lawmakers gang up. Kachuku, CD Flay opposition senators, reps threats to move against Buhari. It is political, says Omishure. Ruling parties, legislators to meet on Sunday. And we have a strip right there above the major headlines. We have Abiodun sends 5 commissioners, nominees to Assembly. We have that on page page 27. WAEC jacks up fees. We have that on page 6. And right above the masthead to the very left, we have Alaafin ruling House of Summons meeting over illegal aspirants. We have that on page 27. And beside that, we have federal government to sanction BBC Trust TV for glorifying bandits. We have that on page 3. Hanifa's killer teacher to die by hanging. We have that on page 2. And on page 3, we have 109 billion naira fraud suspended. AGF Idris gets 5 billion naira bail. And moving right beside the image we have there of the president and others, we have Security Council admits Nigerians seeking self-help. And on the strip right at the bottom of the paper, we have Rivers to vote only PDP governor, says government. And right beside that, we have telecom firms reject 5% tax payments. We have that particular one on page 7. And that's all we are taking for the nation. Moving quickly on to the Punch. For the major headline, we have underlined there, presidential primaries. Buhari's ex-minister asks court to disqualify Tinubu Atiku. Page 2, and we have one Dwiba faults APC PDP primaries over statutory delegates votes buying, says former Lagos governor, ex-VP bribed delegates with dollars. We have at the very top, right beside the picture of the president's federal government begins implementation of NDDC forensic audits. We have that on page 21. And right beside it, we have 4.7 million get SIMs after federal government's coal ban. We have that on page 19. ADAX workers begin strike. Oil production sheds 222,000 barrels per day. We have that on page 19. And right below the image here, we have killings. Lawmakers knock Buhari presidency meets security chiefs. We have that on page 2. Right below that, we have Lagos leads as chicken pox spreads to 26, monkeypox spreads to 20 states. Sorry about that. We have that on page 14. Right beside it, we have we struggled to feed Toby, pay her fees, Amuson's father. We have that on page 3. And beside that, we have governor ticket tears Delta PDP apart, Ibori Okowa pathways. We have that on page 7. On the strip below, we have Kano school proprietor to die for killing pupil. We have that on page 5. And that's all we'll be taking for the Punch. And we have one more paper left. We have the Daily Trust. And for the major headlines here, we have Naira depreciation takes toll on investors, worsens uncertainties. Currency down by 11% in 1 week. And that's for the rider. It will negatively impact prices of commodities exports. Local content, economic diversification, the way out. We have that on page 5. And right above the major headline, we have insecurity. Nigerians have lost confidence in us, gravitating towards self-help. Federal government, we have that on page 3. IDPs may join terrorists over poverty, dwindling resources. Zulum, we have that on page 4. Hanifa killer proprietor Abdul Malik sentenced to death by hanging. We have that on page 4. And moving... that's all we're taking for the papers. And right about now, let's find some facts. We'll be right back.
All right. Now we're in the kitchen this Friday. And, you know, a lot of us are preparing to figure out what we're doing this weekend and all that. Some people go out and pick some outfits and all that. And then someone is going to put on an outfit today and feel, this cloth no fits me. Whereas the outfit is very nice. It's beautiful design. But there's just this mindset, this misconception about how people view themselves. Now, we're living in a world where beauty is considered some kind of currency. You can get into a particular, maybe, office if you look a certain way, you dress a certain way, you know?
Sad, but it is what it is.
That's the thing. Does it have to be? Can we...
There's no need debating it.
Like Mike said, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. There's no need talking about it. It is what it is. But go on.
Yes, I was just wondering about those common misconceptions we have about ourselves. Like, for instance, I've always felt like the most unattractive part of my physical structure are my ankles. Like, I just don't like showing my ankles.
Okay.
I had this pair of shoes, I'll probably post it on social media. These trainers, because it shows my ankles, I stopped wearing it. I've had these trainers for like 6 years.
Okay.
And I never wore them. Why? Because I just felt, why are my ankles showing?
Why are your ankles?
Why? You know? And I was just trying to think about how some other people, you know, are...
So, yeah, maybe one way we can also put it is imposter syndrome. Yeah, where where people get to doubt themselves, doubt their abilities, doubt their looks, or doubt, you know, what they wear based on how they think they are perceived, and you know, it brings us to the issue of self-confidence, self-esteem, and all of that. And I was listening to Gary V yesterday. It was a short reel from him, and a young lady said something. She said, "My daughter is 9, and this is the internet age. How do I shield her? How do I protect her?" And he said, there are 2 things I want to tell you. He said, first off, try to keep her away from it as much as possible. It's going to be hard because most of her mates are around it. But he said the second and the most important thing, maybe I should have said it first. He said, make sure you develop her self-confidence. Make sure she has a high self-esteem. Reason is because when she does, you see, a lot of the people, Gen Z and people that we have now, they are searching for something. And there is that lack of, you know, that imposter syndrome a lot flying around. So if people are self-confident, you know, self-confident doesn't mean perfection. It just means that you understand that, look, hey, come on, wherever my limitations are, I have things that can cover up for it, and I can feel good and be good. So, you know, that's all about
some motivation coming in from the Mexican today.
You understand? You're feeling a void.
But you people are not trying. You're supposed to drop tight after this motivation. You just bring 10%. Shall my director knows how this thing is.
Don't worry, send me your eyes.
It's not 208.
Anyways, I find this topic very, very interesting because, as you can see, I have a crown on my shirt because he actually... Anyways, you pay for this. And my point here is that I actually do a lot of grooming for pageants ladies. Do you understand? And this is a major, major issue. When we were talking about earlier, I didn't connect. It literally just connected now, right? We have to, like, a lot of people, they go on the pageant stage and they are focused on their physical appearance. And the truth is, what is in your head actually is what now translates to what people see. And I think what you said is very important because, talking from a mother's point of view, that's literally her role, right? To make sure that lady grows up being pumped with confidence in her head. And it's literally, and even talking about, I know earlier we were talking about and how our parents, sometimes the way the way they talk. I know when I was growing up, like, people in my house used to laugh at me because I walked a certain way. They said I walked as if my legs were tied.
Wow.
Right? Do you understand? And that's catwalking now.
Yeah.
Do you get? So from young, it literally kind of like molds and remodels, and then you grow up, and subconsciously you're conscious of these parts. I have a friend. Her mom is literally really stern on her as regards how she looks. This girl has been on a diet since I can remember, and that's when we were really young. Do you understand? And parents don't understand that what we tell our kids literally sticks with them and then can literally affect them greatly.
These little simple lines like, see your big head.
Exactly.
Or see
and
your
how
face.
Mazino is always dragging my ears. They called me Eti in school.
Really?
When I was in secondary school, yes. But for some weird reason, it never just got to me. My ears, my nose. I remember a friend of mine actually told me that whenever I'm taking pictures, I should take pictures like this.
Wow.
Because if I take them like this,
people will look up your nose.
But now, if you notice, I actually take my pictures like this.
Wow.
And I love the fact that I see into my nostrils.
That thing, stupid boy. You don't have sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. You are doing the worst thing that you can to your kid. A lot of us at this stage now, we have to unlearn, or we have to recalibrate our perception we have of ourselves that we're groomed up with. I'm someone that, through secondary school, a lot of people tell you that, okay, they remember this senior or this person that did this to them. For me, it's a bit easier. I tend to forget when he does it. So I'm when you drop the accolades too much, I tell you that some birthday messages 4, 5, 6 years ago. I have on my phone. I've not listened.
No.
When you want to, so 2 things. When you try to overhype me, when you try to downplay me, it just bounces off. I'm telling you. So I just want to. You understand? It's just, but I have not, because at the end, I have learned, or I have come to understand that, look, hey, come on, it's all with me.
Yeah.
But it's not we kids, it is the parents.
It's the parents, very, very
You need to make sure that you instill the most positive things you can into these kids.
Yeah.
I would love to hear your thoughts. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We can't wait to see them. We'll be back after this. I mean, you see Chef Belinda, you know the song that's coming now. Belinda, Belinda, eh, 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 Belinda. Okay. Yes, you know we love it whenever Chef Belinda is around. She gives us an extra professional touch. And she puts us to work. She makes us actually work in the kitchen. She doesn't just have us stand around and she'll be like, yeah, do that one, do that one. What are we making today?
Okay, today we are making mincemeat coconutty rice.
Mincemeat.
Creamy coconutty rice.
Mincemeat creamy
coconutty rice.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll definitely be remembering this one. Now, for those of you who have kids at home and you're wondering how can you engage them, how can you get them to do something special in the kitchen this holiday, you can't just be eating all the food. They have to cook the food too.
And
they
then
have to learn. This is one I feel they'll be able to do.
Yes.
Nice and easy.
Yes.
So let's talk ingredients at this point, Chef Belinda.
Okay, so we have our mincemeat. Yes.
What has happened to this mincemeat? Because it's not looking
mince.
red and what's the word? Bloody, I guess.
Yes, I actually drained it. Yes.
Okay.
I drained it and then put in the fridge, let it rest. And
what did you just add to it?
I added seasoning to it. Just we're trying to marinate this mincemeat.
Okay. I see the salt bay you are giving us. Let's go. So what did you add just now?
Ginger and garlic
paste.
And yes, ginger and garlic paste. And this is mixed spice.
Okay.
You have the oregano, parsley flakes. But mix everything and put them there to give it a good flavor.
So how long do you leave this marinade for?
Yes, depends on how you are able to blend it. I was supposed to do it overnight, but just said, let me do it here online. So you can do it anyhow. Just let it simmer, let it go into it, and you can do immediately.
Okay.
You can go ahead and fry immediately as soon as you are done.
All right. So we're going to be frying this in oil, I guess?
Yes, in oil.
Okay.
You're supposed to be chopping onions for me. Why?
Why is it? You did not say pepper. Why is it?
You will get to the pepper, don't worry. Just do small, a little.
So are we dicing or are we slicing?
Slice, just slice. Yes.
Okay.
At least that one is easy now.
Well, this knife is not rounding. No.
Try.
Okay. Olawa.
You are doing.
Okay.
It's not by power, just small.
No, trust me, this knife is safety knife for the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. But you know the key to making sure that you don't tear up when you... I should go around like this?
Yes.
Okay. I can see the knife is not that sharp, but I prefer it that way, so my fingers will remain intact. After this. But really, thanks for letting us contribute to this particular process.
Okay.
Are the onions going into the mincemeat?
Yes. No, they'll come to this oil.
Okay.
There's oil already on fire because we're going to toss this into the oil now.
Okay. Fantastic. So marinate the beef.
Yes.
Dice the onions a little. And the next
thing... ginger and garlic is minced already, so we introduce the onions, ginger, garlic, then the beef.
Did you mince the ginger and garlic yourself?
Yes, I did, of course.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Make it not follow.
Yeah, this is good.
All right.
You have done well. That's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's good, dear.
But now my eyes are doing me some out.
Please don't cry. Don't cry on air, please.
Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients one more time in case you're trying to make this at home. Yeah, that's it. We have salt, garlic, ginger, onions, carrots, parsley, habanero peppers, some seasoning, bell peppers, mixed spices, minced meat, spring onions, coconut cream, and coconut chunks.
And of course, rice, please.
Of course, the rice. Rice
is the cocoa.
Any specific type of rice, or?
No, you can use any rice. Today, I just used to use local rice because bring it on.
Right.
Let's make an infusion, local and Igbo jam together.
So, two things. This garlic paste. Go ahead with what you wanted to do. This garlic paste, you made it yourself?
Yes.
How did you do it? Did you use a mortar?
The mortar I used for this one, actually, because it's not very many. I could not use blender, so I just used mortar and crushed his head and his done.
Okay. Crush the garlic, crush the ginger.
Yeah.
How long would that last in the fridge?
Just oil, add a little oil to it, groundnut oil. Then you can even stay over the outside the fridge.
So what's happening after we fry the meat?
The minced meat.
Yes.
We'll bring it coconut milk.
Okay.
We'll first of all fry the rice a little. Okay. Then pour the coconut milk and add stock to it. Okay. Cover. When it's cooked, we'll now bring the minced meat into the rice and give it a good stir.
All right.
Now
So
we'll be fine.
More spices going in there. That's the ginger and garlic. Loving it already, loving it already.
Then your minced meat, let it come in now.
There. So the minced meat has gone into the pan.
You know, if you want the minced meat to be a bit chunky, don't scatter too much when you put it on fire. Okay. Just spread and leave it like this. You have some little chunks in it when you are done.
For those that are not really big fans of onions, for instance, they don't really like seeing onions and all that.
No, you won't see this one. When we are done, you won't see it. Then maybe for example, that minced further than that. Okay. But you're doing ajebo mincing, so let me ajebo mincing.
We have Chef Belinda here. You can trust that today's Friday meal is going to be fantastic. Speaking of fantastic things, great movies to watch very, very soon. Yeah. Okay, so those that get the joke, they'll understand what it is. We have Chef Belinda in the building. Yes. And, of course, we trust that something tasty is on the way.
Aww.
She has already started slicing and dicing. You see, your own onion looks finer than my own. Well, anyhow, you're the chef. It's your job. We have an amazing array of ingredients here. We have rice. We have spring onions. We have chopped coconuts. We have carrots, a mixture of peppers, habanero, yellow and red.
Yes.
Then we have bell peppers as well, some spices, and most importantly, some coconut milk.
Yes, coconut
You made
milk.
this yourself?
Yes, I actually made it myself.
From real coconut?
From real coconut, yes. I blended the coconuts, then I put it in the freezer. Okay. When it gets frozen, the cream will come on the top, then the water will go down. Oh. So I just pull off the cream and it's here.
Fabulous, fabulous. Now, our minced meat went into a pan with onions and garlic and ginger. Yeah. And well, I need to have you come closer to me while we're talking about this. But we are having chunky
yes
today, not the ultra minced
not
type.
yet, because it's still going into the rice, so it's still going to mix up in the rice. So let's make it chunky first, so that it can survive.
There is a broth there.
Yes.
A beef stock, right? What went into the beef stock? I know we can't really see it right now because it's out of the shot, but what went into that stock?
It's beef broth, actually. I just made boiled beef with seasoning and spices, ginger, garlic, and all. So, and it's there. Yes, I removed the stock and I kept it for this purpose.
Did you add anything else to that beef stock? Nothing else?
The water that came out of this coconut cream.
Okay, fantastic.
I poured into the beef stock, yes.
For those of you who want to try this at home, these are the ingredients you need. You might have them lying around the house. You might have to pick them up or order them online. You never know. But most people have salt, garlic, and ginger and onions at home. Get some carrots.
These are things you can actually get around you.
Bell peppers and minced meat, of course, is very important. Mincing your own meat feels like long story, Cha. Big
it's
work.
like a long story, but at times, because if you buy those ones that are ready made, most time they have this smell that is almost going out.
Oh.
Yes, so you just help yourself.
Can we talk a bit about the coconut chunks quickly?
Yes, I made those coconut chunks because it's actually nutty coconut rice, so you have this nut in it. So when you're eating, you still feel the nut. That's why it's nutty.
So you fried this, or you fried it?
I fried, pan-fried.
Pan-fried coconut chunks there, people.
Yes.
Chef Belinda, you're prepping for these meals. It just blows my mind. I honestly can't wait to see how everything's going to come together.
So in this oil now, we're going to prepare the rice.
Okay.
So we'll come with our onion.
Onion?
Yeah, ginger, garlic as well.
Okay. There's still ginger and garlic here.
Yes.
Got you.
Ginger and garlic. Thank you.
Woo-hoo! That's the sound we want to hear.
And the aroma, this ginger and garlic aroma is actually a wow.
So when you hear that sound, it feels like a dance step.
So wash our rice and introduce into this oil. Toss it a little, then we add our broth and milk, pour inside, cover up.
All right.
Wait for it to...
How many minutes do you think it's going to take for it to all come together?
For it to all come together, maximum 40 minutes we are done.
40 minutes?
Yes, from beginning to the end, 40 minutes, yes.
Okay, so you're looking for something special, something different to do. The kids are on holiday. They've been eating all the food in the house. We know, we understand, but you can still make something different. Coconut rice with a twist, with some minced meat inside. You know, meat don't they cost for market, so as long as everything else, as long with everything else. But if you use minced meat, at least everybody goes to taste the beef. Small, everywhere. You go enter everywhere.
So funny enough, if this meat wasn't minced, it would have been more. Oh. It was plenty. It would have been more.
We're heading over to Mike now at this point. And he has an interesting conversation in the world of sports. It's all yours.
It's been a wonderful 1 hour. We have got 45 minutes to go. Hey, come on.
And it's game day.
It is. The ladies are going to be doing something today. I'm looking forward to that one. But hey, come on.
Why is it the ladies that are doing something? Are you not part of this game?
Let's focus. Focus. All right? Yeah, but then, hey, come on. They can catch us, of course, online.
Yes,
and, of course, on GOTV, Channel 27 and UHF 49.
Remember, you can also stream the show on our website, tvcentertainment.tv, or on Facebook at TVC Connect. And keep those comments coming on.
Okay.
We're here for those comments. We love to read them.
We love to read them, of course. We do. And there's quite a whole lot to come. But hey, come on. We have our final guest coming up on the show. We'll be joined by a special guest, Jody Joy Odiete. Officially came into the music spotlight in 2007. Of course, she has been there, an OG in the industry. We're going to be talking to her. She has a wonderful pet project she's working on. We're going to let you know how you can be involved in this project and how much she is impacting lives across the nation.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for the news. Now we're starting here. Scientists say human activities are the leading cause of rising global temperatures, triggering extreme weather events witnessed in recent times. While this is a global concern, with developing countries most vulnerable to the climate crisis, experts say building resilience, climate action, and adaptation are solutions that could have humanity from the brink of extinction. Esther Omo-Pariolo reports.
It's another rainy season, which is a good time for vegetation and water supply. But whenever there is a heavy downpour, the consequences are sometimes too great to bear. Communities are submerged, property and farmlands are destroyed. In northeastern Yobe State, thousands were left homeless after 2 days of heavy downpour, with authorities appealing for humanitarian aid.
We are appealing for Mr. President through the NEMA and the Minister of Interior Affairs to immediately come to the aid of the state government to alleviate the sufferance of these two local government areas.
Here in Lagos, flash floods have become a usual occurrence even before the peak of the rainy season. Bordered by the Atlantic Ocean, the coastal city is vulnerable to the impact of rising sea levels associated with the melting of the ice sheet and expansion of the ocean water. But poor drainage channels and waste management further worsens this environmental challenge.
Since it started raining, this road has been constant. It's just been like this, constant. Vehicles can come, customers can come. If you have to move, you have to either swim in the water or use rain boots. Nobody wants to come around the area.
Late last month, the Nigeria Meteorological Agency warned of heavy rainfall and possible flooding in most southern cities and advised residents to avoid low-lying areas. Some environmental experts attribute the heavy downpour as one of the signs of climate change, which the government must take seriously.
That the best we need to do is adaptation, strategies to adapt to the reality. Those regions where this flood, if it's from the coast, normally comes to interfere people upland. You can do some barriers that can help to break the wave of the rising sea.
We have to begin to prioritize the environment. We need to reframe our mindset around our current relationship interaction with things that have to do with the environment.
Among other things, experts say energy transition from fossil fuels to renewables will reduce the greenhouse gas emissions that change the climate, causing floods. And adopting nature-based solutions such as tree planting, mangrove restoration along the coast and riverine cities may perhaps reduce the impact of floods in Nigeria. Esther Mopariola, TVC News, Lagos.
And that's all we'll be taking for the news right now. But then again, still on the show, more to come. But quickly, we'll go on a break and we'll be right back.
Right, so great things have been happening in the kitchen.
The steam, though.
Yes, so Chef Belinda making things happen. Now take a look at what's happening in
It's
this
creamy.
in this cookware. When it's cookware. Chef Belinda has added the diced coconut and the diced
coconut cream.
carrots, coconut cream.
Yeah.
Into the meat water.
The rice.
The meat water. The broth.
You know, we toss the rice in the oil before adding the broth and the coconut and everything.
Why? Why do you do that, though? You fry it in oil.
Yeah. I guess it this...
What?
Unique smell.
Okay.
If or ginger and onions, ginger, garlic, and if they're added, you get this good flavor that it comes out with.
I would love to show everyone what this looks like.
It's good looking.
It's how colorful it is.
Sauteed vegetables in our minced meats. So this will come into this later on.
Oh, wow.
And then it will give you the bois.
Okay. All right. So you have the coconut in there already.
So we want this rice to be soft a bit. Then our spring onions, you are the one that will cut this one. This one will not make it teary. You know?
Oh, goodness me. All right. So
give it a good cut.
Okay. I got it.
To give it a bias cut, but
sorry, no verse.
Just do straight first.
I should just do straight.
The way you are doing, continue.
I'm sorry.
But we're supposed to make a bias cut with it.
No verse, no verse.
You are doing
we go do it, we go do it.
You know, this one will come in last because you know it's not as strong as other vegetables.
Okay.
Come in last, and the flavor also.
So, you know, spring onions, it feels like it's the leaf of the onion that they're calling spring onions. It's the leaf.
The spring is sprung out of the onions.
Yeah. Let's go. All right, so we have some diced spring onions there. I know you're not supposed to add the tips. I don't know why they don't do that.
I will convert it to something else.
Have to make sure.
Easy for garnishing to be nice. So
we can add it now?
Yes, we'll add it to the rice. Let it come.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Let it come. Then we'll add this into...
Okay, keep going, keep going. Yeah. So we have the mincemeat entering the rice with the spring onions.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have to go to a break, but as you can imagine, all our stomachs are rumbling here. Let's take a quick break, everybody. We'll be back after this. Wow.
Yep. We are here, and we're joined with Joy Odiete, a.k.a. Jody.
Yes, sir.
In fact, this brings back a lot of great feelings, you know, when we first heard Kuchi Kuchi and all of that.
Yeah.
And where was the inspiration? Why did you decide to remix this song like this at this particular point in time?
I wrote Kuchi Kuchi back then when I was not a mom. Now I'm a mom, and not just any mom. I'm a special mom.
Special mom,
and if you listen to the lines in the second verse, it says, Pikin na Pikin. That is, no matter how your Pikin look, if you like, you get one eye, na Pikin. If you like, you know if you talk, na Pikin. I'm trying to say, mothers, whatever your child looks like, whoever your child is your child. No physical deformity of whatever it is. Your child is your child. So it's me singing not just about, because when I wrote Kuchi Kuchi back then, I only knew about what I would term normal motherhood. That is what you get married and you just expect to have a normal baby. But now I've seen it differently. I have a special needs kid, and I'm singing with that knowledge, saying your child is your child. In Pidgin English, Pikin, na Pikin. So it's including my son and every other child like him into the special world of children.
I like this. Let me just ask, let's talk about, I know you're putting together a project. There's things you have been doing before now and things you are doing now. And you're so passionate about this. Please tell us about it. How can people be involved and be a part of this project which you are taking on at this point in time?
At the moment, I do not want to say that yet.
Okay.
And that is because the project came on me. It's like, I didn't plan. It's not like I said, okay, I feel like having a project and I want to. It's something that's happened. And I had been in the journey of 6 years so far. My son turned 6. And I realized I just had this overflowing pain. And it wasn't just about me anymore. The normal advice would be, you know what, Jody, just find money, just run, come up for this country, Canada, you know, UK, the government is going to help you with healthcare, and you know how it is. And I was I got angry, and what is a market woman, for example? And this is not me looking down, I'm just saying, what is someone who doesn't have a bit of connection or education or family support going through with a child like this, if I can feel this much pain? If someone like me can still have that stigma around, someone like me speaking good English.
I understand.
So what is happening to someone who doesn't have what I have? And how the pain of, it might look like, oh, you're trying to sound noble. When you have a special needs kid, the kind of pain you feel, you start thinking about others, not yourself.
Yeah, not just yourself.
So I feel like a sacrificial lamb. If I'm going to have this child, it's not going to be for nothing. I'm not just going to feel this. I have a sister, and she has a normal kid. And when I call her, the baby will be like, oh, mommy, I don't experience that. And anytime I see a parent having a normal session with their child, oh, go and sit down, oh, do this. It's different. And it's not like I regret having my son the way he is. It's just that I cannot feel this. There's a kind of void somewhere. I can't explain it. I can't feel all this and run abroad and just live happily ever after. Something must happen with all this pain. I can't just come to this life, feel all this pain and die.
It feels like there's a calling. It feels like you've been called to do something about it, to say something about it, to use the platform you have to make sure that people are more aware of what is truly going on. So it feels like this is a call to action for health institutions, organizations, non-governmental organizations, or even private organizations.
What can people do? How should they go about
okay, at the moment,
with special needs?
Like some of the messages I get from special mothers, one said, oh, they sacked her, and she has, because of her child, we don't have most schools accommodating kids like that. So she has to carry the child. And you know, some of them, the disability is profound. It's severe. It's not like there are different categories. And there's a category where the child will need your care for life. So she's carrying that big baby to work. And you know what? Maybe imagine now you are at work. Your employer, it's not because they are evil people. It's just because they want their company to look
a certain way.
In a certain way. So, you know, you can't bring this we can't keep bringing, maybe they've tried, maybe they've coped, you know what, we have to just let you go. We need institutions whereby parents can keep their kids and go to work and come back. Or we need organizations that can accommodate such, in quote and unquote, irregularities, because we are all not the same, and these children exist. It's just because they've been hidden for too long. That's why it looks like we have more normal kids. But there are many, they exist, and they're locked up. And they are human beings, and they can feel. When they are locked up in the room, they know what's happening. So we need more accommodating environment. These children are not witches. The mothers are not witches. Most of them didn't try to abort the baby. Some people will send me that. So that's what happened to people that try to abort the baby. What of mothers that have 2, 3, 4 special needs kids? All married women. All they've had one special needs. So to go to the hospital, you will hear story. So We need a more accommodating society, and we need an educational system that is more accommodating. We need more people to be trained, more physiotherapists, more occupational therapists, not just for money. And we need the burden of the financial implication of all this, because it's money, to be taken off. Because I know life is not easy generally, but you are saying your ability to earn is taken from you, and you still find a way to take care of that child, and the cost is high. No, come on.
So there are parents probably watching someone like you in your position, in the limelight for the first time, speaking on matters like this. And there are presumptions, assumptions that, oh, there's someone funding this or someone pushing that person. Oh, how can she still look so beautiful? How can she still dress like this? How can she still sing and go on stage with this kind of situation going on? Just give them one word.
I want to say, first of all, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to Nigerians, because at a point, Nigerians sent me money. I won't lie. I did look this beautiful few months ago. Sent me money. I got the audacity to, because I was just living for my son. Anything, any cover that drops, my son. Anything, my son. Because you can't stop therapy. And you can't walk away. If you walk away, you won't be okay. That's the truth. Some people say that you will run away. Yes, you may run away. You must succeed in running away. Will you be okay? You know that your child is perhaps dead because you ran away, because you gave up. And it's not easy. But so I got this funding, and I was able to go back to the studio. Wow. Because that's what I do. I was able to dress up because, yes, dressing up has a role to play, even though it's not going to solve the problem. Yeah. I was able to dress up, and I'm able to come to this TV set, and I humbly say thank you to everyone who sent me. I never believed I would ever find myself in this position, but I did, and for the first time, I believe more in humanity. So I want to say to anybody who thinks this is packaging. Yeah. I made up before I came here. When I leave here, I may not make up, but it's a hustle thing. Somebody said on Facebook yesterday that, oh my God, you are doing a great job. Sometimes she feels like running. I told her, don't run away. Don't run away. So I'm telling every parent, special parent watching me, don't run away. Don't give up. Keep shouting for help, because you are. A lecturer came out on social media a few weeks ago. Wow, beautiful. He left. His wife ran away. The child is CP, 13 years old, Olabisi Onabanjo University. He came out and cried for help. For a man to come out and cry for help, you know that the matter is not easy.
You know what? We appreciate you for coming to speak out and talk about this, and we know that there's a message out there for someone. Someone needed to hear this today, and we have to say thank you to you for everything you've been doing. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to hear more beautiful music from
Expect Special Mothers next. Yes. Soon. Just keep on monitoring me. Special Mothers. That's the name of the next song.
Wonderful. We'll talk to you much more. We have our games. We also have breakfast set for you.
Yes, really.
We'll still be talking to you while all of that is great. We'll just take a very short break. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this. I almost shouted it like Waititi would. But hey, come on. I've got these three wonderful ladies. They're going to be playing this game. What's our game now? Straws and bottles. Straws and bottles. Jody, the way your face is. Jody, what did you win the last time you played the game here?
Jody, what did you win the last time? Tell them.
Well, from charcoal you get diamonds.
Oh, nice one.
All right, Mazina, we have a bone to be with you on that one. But yeah, this is very simple, yeah? Now, the name of this game is titled Flowers. I'm going to be giving you your flowers because we give people their flowers while they are still alive, yeah? Now, I have bottles here, yeah? I have straws, and then I have blindfolds.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what they're serving now. They're not masks here per se. Now, this is what's going to happen, yeah? From this, each of you is going to get a blindfold, and then you're going to pick a straw. Blindfolded, you're going to make your way to your own bottle of water.
Okay.
And take a sip. Now, for every time you make your way and take a sip, I will give you one petal, one flower. At the end of the game, the person with the most petal wins. Okay. You understand? Should I break it down?
So we have to please break it down.
See, look at you just once you can locate your bottle and take a sip.
With the straw.
With the straw, of course. You come up, that is one petal for you, one flower for you.
Okay.
You understand?
You come up and step back, or you just come up?
You just come up. I just let her ahead, just come up, and then you find it again. So for every single time, you go. And then the person who wins, who gets the most, will get the most petals. Yeah, like I said, it's about petals. I have the petals here.
Easy.
So, yeah. So that's it. That's it.
You're giving us our flowers.
Yes, I'm going to give you your flowers. Yeah? Okay. So, so pick one and pass it down.
Rules. Game.
Give us some cool music
Game
there
rules.
to say that, yeah.
Especially for Titi. You cannot touch the straw except with your lip.
I can't.
And you cannot touch any other part of the bottle but the waist of the bottle.
I don't understand.
Before you hold the...
How will you not touch the straw? You have to touch the straw.
Except with your lip, bruh.
Without...
Okay, so the bottles are going to be open right here so that you can see that they are safe and everything.
Their straws.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't give them, already moving one petal.
Give them the straws first.
Really?
Yeah, we'll give you. We'll just...
Are we going to open it back?
No,
he's opening it.
I'm opening it. I'm opening it.
Aren't you open all down?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll open all down. Don't worry.
More than...
it's
not just one bottle.
Yeah, but no, you know, it's not one bottle for everybody. One bottle, you can get different bottles, yeah?
Okay.
So but it's just scattered across.
So we're not touching the bottle?
You are not touching the bottle.
Wow.
You understand?
Okay.
You are not touching the bottle.
So we have to go here and find it.
Oh yeah, put on the blindfold. Put on the blindfold. Let's go. Put on the blindfold. And then while you're at the blindfold, just take your straw from here, okay? Okay, just pick your straw.
Yeah.
Just pick your straw.
I have a feeling Mike is going to shuffle.
Okay, just pick your straw.
I'm quite...
Pick your straw. Your straw is here.
Confused.
So you can use your hand and make out the table and all that. Are we ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Are we ready? Okay, let's go.
Bad move.
And the game starts. All right, let's go.
Are we going together?
Okay. Yes, be careful. Don't hit yourself. Whippy has already... Hey! Whippy.
Yes.
Hey, don't touch it, Winfrey. Don't touch it. Don't touch.
Nobody should hit me.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Okay. Make your way. Find the bottle or something. Yeah, Jody, you're getting close.
You said we shouldn't
You're getting close. Okay, Titi, one petal. He's okay now. Take one. Oh, yeah. Okay, one flower for Titi. Hold it in your hand. One flower for Johnny. Okay.
Wow.
Hold it. Let's go. Again, once again. Oh, Johnny, that's two. Wonderful.
It's not working. It's not working.
Winfrey, what's happening?
It's not working.
Winfree, find
it's not working at all.
Find it.
It's not working.
Find it. Okay. Hey, Titi, don't. Okay, let's go. That was close. Yay! 3 flowers, Jody. Yay! Titi, one more flower. Let's go. Okay. Winfrey, the way you are going to this way.
I didn't know I was thirsty.
Okay, let's go. Winfrey. Yay! Titi, what is your own? Judy, the way you are doing this today, Judy. Okay? Remember, you have to sip. You don't just go, you have to sip. Yeah! Winfrey, I don't know. Johnny, hold this, you get it, hold it. Okay? Winfrey. Winfrey.
You should not touch the bottle now. Someone meant to do it. Nah.
No, she changed straw.
Oh yeah, take a last straw, The straw.
I don't give up.
Johnny, take a last straw.
Better chance next time.
Winfrey has dropped out. No hope.
Yes, you can do this. You can do this. Try. You're almost there.
Jody, you're just too much on this one. Wow.
Special mode. I'm representing special mode.
Yes, That's what's up. Winfrey, for this thing that you have done, you have punishment. You have punishment.
It's not every struggle that's for everybody.
Oh, I wish.
Okay, Johnny, grab a seat. Well done. Please, wherever you are, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Okay. Johnny, how many flowers do you have there?
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Are
you kidding me?
5.
On behalf of all the special models of Nigeria.
You see how many you have?
I have 2.
You have 2.
I got 2
we'll see. For this thing, because of what Winfrey has done, Winfrey is going to have punishment.
I don't have flowers. I don't
Winfrey, stand up. Winfrey, stand up.
Stand up.
Take off your shoe. Take off your shoe, Winfrey. Winfrey, take off your shoe. I even want to sit down. Winfrey, take off your shoe. Take off your shoe, Winfrey. Take it off. Take it off. You are going to use one leg and bounce to the kitchen. You raise one leg up like this. Oh, yeah, raise one leg up. Titi, you will bounce with 2 legs. Oh, yeah. Be jump. Oh, yeah. That's how you jump. That's how. We'll take a break and then you see the lady queen, the winner of the game. Put your hands together for Johnny.
Winfrey, don't worry. When
Yes.
you're thirsty, you will find the water. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for sharing. So now we have an amazing dish here. Mincemeat rice, coconutty rice. Wait, oh my goodness.
Creamy coconutty rice.
Mincemeat creamy coconutty rice.
It's the very best on TVC.
Okay, let her try.
Please have a taste.
Let her try.
Please have a taste of this mincemeat coconutty rice. Oh. And
let us know what you think, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes, so amen. Chef Belinda, well done. Thank you. Coconutty. So she actually.
Titi, the winner is tasting the food. Don't keep quiet. Let somebody. You did not win anything. You are not supposed to talk. Winfrey is quiet. You too, be quiet.
Oh God. Want yourself.
Jody, what do you think about this meal? What do you think about this meal?
What?
Wonderful. I like this. Now, Jody, you were telling us earlier about you said something about special mothers. That's the single or the next project. Just tell us a bit about it and what your fans can look up for from you.
There's not much there's nothing I can say about that song that would prepare you for it. Just wait for it.
All right. We can't wait. And that's one of the best ways, the suspense. Really, I can't wait to hear the song.
I can't wait.
We are going to be back on Monday morning.
Yes.
7 a.m. everybody on Wake Up Nigeria.
Enjoy the weekend. Yes, and thanks to everyone that joined us from the week all through till now. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.